Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are deception stoppers, the 4D destroyers, America's only child support education service. I am not a lawyer. This is not a law firm. We do not advocate that you don't support your human offspring. We simply advocate that you made them in private, you take care of them in private. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pound away again, okay, because I want you to see what's going on. The other day, I posted a picture and it was two guys stranded on a desert island, and one guy says, "Don't worry, they'll find us." I'm 8 weeks or 8 months behind in my alimony payments, which I thought was kind of funny. Excuse me. So the moral of the story is this is how I'm going to show you how they track down anything connected with that social security number. Okay. It is not the name, it is the number. All right. And as you can see right here in the green, it says the social security number is the key piece of information around which the 4D information system is constructed. Most computer searches need the SSN in order to operate effectively. And I've told you not most, all of them. And I will show you in a minute why. All right. Now, they have ways of obtaining new ways of obtaining the social security number. It's their shit. They can track it. Okay. If you got a driver's license, state ID, passport, whatever, there's a social security number connected to it. Okay. If you have a divorce decree, support order, paternity determination, or acknowledgement, it is based off of the social security number. All right. And this is why all the computer systems need that number. And we're going to go up here. All right, this is locating parents, absent parents, pay rents, okay? One of the things the reason why the social security number is the key piece of information is for what they call the Federal Parent Locator Service. All right, now let's do here. Let's see if I can find it. I hate this new, what's his name? Oh, come on here. Hold on. You can't see it on my end, but the board is really, it obscures everything. And I just had it up here. Now I can't. Is this it? Oh no, here it is. I'm sorry, my bad. All right. What is the Federal Parent Locator Service? All right. A computerized national location network operated by OCSC. All right. It's not operated by the state, although the state does have its own. But the Federal Parent Locator Service is operated by the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement. All right. The FPLS obtains address, employer information, and data on 4D cases in every state, and then compares the data and returns matches. All right. Remember, this is a federal matching program to the appropriate state. This helps state and local child support agencies locate non-custodial parents and putative fathers for the purpose of establishing custody and visitation rights, establishing and enforcing 4D obligations. Okay. Now, that being said, it'll tell you right here. Okay. The Federal Parent Locator Service provides what? Social security numbers is the first thing it says. That's why all computer systems need that number to operate. Okay. If they do not have a social, the system cannot function. It functions totally off of social security numbers. So we're going to go in depth. Federal Parent Locator. Okay. Now I got to move this again. All right, there we go. What is the Federal Parent Locator Service? Okay. The Federal Parent Locator Service is an assembly of system, and this is directly from the Federal Office of Child Support Enforcement website. All right. I'll put the link in the description box. We're not going to go over all this right now. I want to get to this. All right. The FPLS is an assembly of systems operated by OCSC. All right. OCSC is a federal corporation. The United States is a foreign corporation in respect to the state. So that means that the 4D agency operating in state is agents of a foreign principal, and they're required to have a foreign registration statement. To assist states in locating non-custodial pay rents. How is the non-custodial pay rent identified, gentlemen? Social security number. 42 USC 666 AC3. The The non-custodial parent social security number shall be furnished to the agency. Putative fathers and custodial parties for the establishment of paternity and child support obligations. Okay, as well as the enforcement and modification of orders for child support, custody, and visitation. It also identifies support orders or support cases involving the same parties in different states. The FPLS helps federal and state agencies identify overpayments and fraud and assist with assessing benefits. Benefits. Title 4D has no benefit to anybody. Blessings versus Freestone. Title 4D was not intended to benefit individual children or custodial parents. Developing cooperation with states, employers, federal agencies, and the judiciary. FPLS was expanded by welfare reform to include. Now, herein lies the problem. This is how they track down that number. The National Directory of New Hires. Every time you get a job, that employer is required by federal law to put your information, the information that you give them, into that system. Okay? A central repository of employment, unemployment insurance, and wage data from state directories of new hires, state workforce agencies, and federal agencies. All right, every state has a directory of new hires. All right, now I don't know what law requires an employer to put information in there. I've never looked it up, but I know that they do have it. All right, the Federal Case Registry, a national database that contains information on participants in the 4D program cases and child support orders. Participant, okay. Participate is voluntary, isn't it? The Federal Offset Program, a program that collects pass-through support payments from the tax refund. How do you get a tax refund? Got to put a Social Security number on it. The Federal Administrative Offset Program that intercepts certain federal taxes. Social Security number. Passport Denial Program. Social Security number. The Multi-State Financial Institution Data Match. Social Security number. This is how they take your money. A program that allows 4D agencies a means of locating financial assets of individuals owing child support. Do you not need a Social Security number to get a bank account? All right. It doesn't. All right. This is nothing about the name. All right. The name means nothing. What it means is, guess what? Look, the federal parent locator provides Social Security numbers, addresses, remember, federal, and employer and wage information to state and local 4D agencies to establish and support 4D orders. All right. So here's the flip side about this. If they're using a Social Security number to track that, or to track whatever assets are under that account number, they're also using the name on the Social Security number. Look on any child support, any 4D document that you have. All right. 9 times out of 10, that name is spelled in all capital letters, and somewhere on that document there is a Social Security number X'd out showing the last 4. Okay. This is what we're explaining to you. Now, listen, again, I'm not telling you get rid of it and go off the grid. I'm showing you what your problem is. I'm showing you what the problem is. Okay? The problem is the Social Security number. It really boils down to that. That's all it is. It's the key piece of information. What is key? Key means property made certain. Whose property? Social Security Administration's property. All right? So now they've made it, and this was years ago. Look, everything that you fill out from the state requires a Social Security number. You're easy to find. They look, one click of a button, they can pull your whole life story up. Okay? They know where you work, they know where you live, they know how much bills you're paying, they know how much insurance you're paying, they know how much you make. All right, they know what kind of car you drive. They got your vehicle registration. They got a copy of the driver's license. They got a copy of the birth certificate. Everything connected to a Social Security number, not a Social Security name. Okay. But if they're using the social security number to track assets under that account, okay, the name has to go along with it. It ain't about the name. Like I said, you call you call any 4D agency, they don't ask for the last four letters of your name. They ask for the last four digits of the social. Okay. When you sign up and to go online and access the account and ask for a social, and more likely that it probably makes that social your PIN. Okay. So, gentlemen, the problem is the social security number. All right. The problem is while you're using that social security number, you're literally basically why they're coming after you is because they duped you into being the guarantor. Don't forget they float these bonds, these corporate bonds on the market. That's why they have to have a quota. All right. Corporate bonds are created through paternity establishment, ordered establishment, and collections. All right. They then make loans and they sell those bonds and they borrow money against them. Right. And unbeknownst to you, you've become the guarantor who or the cosigner is what you've done, or surety. Okay? And that's why they keep coming after you. So they defaulted on a loan, right, on purpose, and now they're just making you pay back the loans. That's it. All right. Easy teardown. All right. If you need us, bang my email 4D_destroyer at yahoo.com. All right. But be careful, gentlemen. All right. This is what they're doing. The proof is in the pudding. It cannot be denied. All right. It's right here in black and white. Okay. It can't be challenged. All right. This is the federal manual of section 8, the federal child support manual. This is why I told you, you got to master it. You got to learn how to speak their language. In pursuing case information, officials try to obtain a great deal of information and several documents from the custodial pay rent. These include the name and address of the non-custodial pay rent right here, the non-custodial pay rent's social security number. And name and address is cool, but guess what? Social security number, this is the main shit stain right here. Because without it, they can't enforce, they can't track any assets that are connected to it. All right? Do your research, gentlemen. Do not take my word for it. All right, do your research. I will put this link in the description box. You can go over it and you can read it for yourself. All right, and more importantly, look, there's a whole bunch of discrepancies in here. What's this say? United States. United States is a foreign corporation. All right, you can just from this alone, gentlemen, you can tear 4D a new asshole if you know what you're doing and if you know how to break down every last one of these words. This right here can turn into a 5-6 page affidavit, a powerful one on top of that. Okay, so pay attention to what you are reading. If you do not comprehend the words, then look them up. Okay, look this up. Look everything down here up. I gave you a brief description. I'm just showing you how they're tracking the non-custodial pay rent through that number. These are the things that they're using. Look them up. You can break all this down. You can get it from the glossary of common child support terms. You can Google it. It'll pop right up. Do your research. This is what learning is all about, fellas. Okay? This is what learning is all about. All right? Again, gentlemen, you have your assignment. When you get done breaking this down, you'll comprehend. All right, look. They're locating the non-custodial pay rents, putative father. They're not looking for you. They're looking for these connections to social security number because without it, these don't exist. All right. Hotep.